up the tempo. Shawty got no choice but to get low. Ain't the tallest, but I'm ballin' like I'm 6'4". Yeah, the life I live, I was meant for. It's simple, if we up the tempo. Shawty got no choice but to get low. Ain't the tallest, but I'm ballin' like I'm 6'4".
Old school, new school. You know what it is. You know who it is.
OG Lee in the house. Once again. Thank goodness. Hey,
it's OG Lee.
And thank goodness again.
Again and again.
Hallelujah.
Rapidito. Is that a word? No, I probably messed it up. But hey, it's OG Lee. UNDE, best father-son podcast in America.
Only other one is in Antarctica, man.
The only other one is in Antarctica. We ain't talked to those guys. You talked to them, Captain?
I got to start off first of all. Rest in peace, Freddie, man.
Oh, R.I.P. to Freddie, man.
Yo, damn.
A homie, that's a real one right there. That's a real one,
man. Gotta pour some out for the homie, man.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta pour some out for the homie.
Come on, how long was it with Freddie, man?
Shit, over 50 years.
Over 50 years,
man.
That's real.
Yep.
That's real.
That's like
y'all have a classic conversation though. Publicized. That's pretty.
Yeah. And man, we always had all kinds of conversations over the years, man. It's just unbelievable he's gone, you know. I used to talk to him, and that's one less person in the world, you get to talk to.
In a better place, though, eh?
We've discussed that, bro. I don't know if he's necessarily in a better place.
I don't know.
Everybody's quick to say that, you know what I'm saying? Well, when we were saying everybody's moms is not in heaven, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Everybody, I know my mom's is looking down on me.
Down on me. Okay.
If it's truly God, everybody's moms is not looking down on me. But yeah, man, it was
the truth.
He had a real good life, man, in terms of the different things we went through over the years. Mm-hmm. Started out rough, man.
Smoothed out. A part of the saga, a little story to the saga. But hey, with that said, right? A close homeboy, 50 years. This is old school, new school, man. How's that mental health been? With you know what I mean? I lost somebody you kind of talk to. How are you dealing with it?
It hit me hard, man.
Mm-hmm. One of them ones.
Yeah, but life goes on.
Life goes on, man. Life goes on.
So yeah, that's important, man, to do a lot of catching up and doing a lot of shit you need to do, man, because you just never know, man. You just never know.
But in that, right, how do you get through that? Because I haven't really got to a point of that in my life. This is one of those real, authentic moments, right?
It is and it ain't, because, I've already had to mourn over, like, my mom's brother, so it's like, just another one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like I said, previous episodes, Mayfield men emotionally dealing with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
How, you know what I mean? For me, I haven't really dealt with that aspect of it. And I don't know if it even can be articulated, but, you know what I mean?
Hey, as I said, life is pain. Life is, so I expect it. You know what I'm saying? You don't like to deal with it, but that's all a part of life, man. We talked about that, I think, last episode. Fact that life is hard, man.
It's a circle of it too, right?
When things come, you just hope that, as they say, things don't come in three.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that that's not true in this case.
Absolutely.
Because it's hard, man.
It is, right?
And make sure you have you some life insurance, man, because a lot of times things like that we put off. Because when things get hard, something like that, you could stop paying, you know what I'm saying? You say, well, shit, I ain't dead. Don't think you dying anytime soon.
Right.
Let something like that go by. But, hey, if it happens, man, you got to be able to do your thing.
Gotta make some shake.
So they don't have to cremate you. But you know what, man? Cremations now, this is how the market works, right? Because the funerals started getting so high, so people said, well, we don't want to do it, but, we'll cremate him or her. And then they start raising the prices on cremations, you know.
How much is a cremation
I don't know,
nowadays?
and I hope I don't have to look at it anytime soon, man.
Right.
But they said that cremation price is getting kind of damn near maybe 3/4 of the price of a burial.
Even
or
when
funeral or
you
whatever
even
you're
when you
doing.
die, you have to pay for something.
This is
man.
America, man.
Jeez.
Welcome to America, man.
When you come into it, while you're in it, on the way
From
out,
start to finish, man.
Sure.
And then they'll keep billing your family for different shit in your name.
What does it come in your name or the
I
estate
think it
of?
keeps coming. It depends on how they settle it, but I think it just keeps coming in their name. Then if they ever go to court on it, I don't know if they could pass the debt on to the spouse or whatever. But Grammy told me an interesting story, man. She said they kept sending when her son had passed. They kept sending bills for him. And so she told the lady, she said, finally she told the lady, hold on. And she went and got all of the information from where he was buried and gave it to the lady. She tell her you can find him here.
Click.
Stop calling me. Because she said they kept calling. And she was telling them, the man is, he's passed. So finally she just said, I gave him the number of the cemetery and his plot number.
Did she bang it on him after that, or was there?
Man, if you know Grammy, she know he banged it on him. Man. But she can't. You're not banging it on like you used to. Now you can't really.
On
See,
the
back
ringer?
in the day when you had one
hung
of them, you can slam it to where they like, you can ching it on them. Really put it down. Now all you can do is just press your bread button and shit.
Oh man, dink. Very, very subtle hang up nowadays. That's
See,
hilarious.
Back in the
That's
day
some
when you hung
stand-up
up,
material.
back
That's
in the
some
day when
stand-up
you hung
material.
up on somebody, you know what I'm saying? They knew it. Nowadays you could play it off, my phone, this and all that.
Oh,
back in the day,
man.
you hear that, bam! You knew they meant that shit.
What's the setup? What's the setup on that punchline right there?
Which one for the?
On the stand up, they would set it up with like a
I need to learn how to do that, man.
man
But if you could do
Like
that,
this
or I
new
could do that,
generation
you'd be a damn,
is-
comedian
for sure.
or a writer for.
That's what it's all about,
anyway.
is right. But yeah, this new generation is so pussy, or what I mean, depending on the audience. They're weak. Oh my God, they're soft. Like everything. You could go for some more examples, but
Guess you had to sit down, right, and think about it.
even down to hanging up you can't even hang up and hang your nuts anymore. You can't even hang up and.
People are so sensitive now. You had to start making phones where you can't even hang up on people.
Classic. There'll be some other comparisons in there.
People are too sensitive nowadays, though. I really do
That
think
is a
that,
thing.
man. I really do think a bag of bitches is what we used to call them.
A bag of bitches.
A bag of bitches,
That's
man.
hilarious. Well,
Yeah,
man,
man.
people are sensitive, but that is when would you say that started, man? You've been in this goddamn place for 60
Man,
years.
I'm with the new guy coming in. This is gonna be a trip. The new guy, RFK Jr.
Get these
He-
damn
he's been
sissies up
talking
out of
about
here.
A lot of these chemicals, man, that they have, right? And they got whatever chemical he was talking about.
Oh, I got my Rockets rally cap on too, but yeah, what chemical?
That shit look like he been through some days. But
Oh,
anyway,
yeah,
I don't know what
we
the
on
chemical is, man. But he was saying when they tested it on frogs and shit, basically it was turning all the frogs into punk frogs and shit. And this is the
They're
actual.
injecting it in them, or what were they?
I don't know how they was doing it with the frogs, man. But whatever chemical it was that they use in our foods, I mean, he's making the argument that over the last 15, 20 years in our foods, it's been feminizing men. And I could believe some shit.
Emasculating
like that,
them out.
man.
Oh, I see
Emasculating
what
them, making them acting like bitches and shit. Basically, is the bottom line.
Putting it in the food.
And I mean, a lot of our foods, they have done studies, and it it's proven.
To turn somebody into
Just like a lot of the food colorings, they're banned in other countries, and we use them. I don't know why, but they still do that. But they're banned in other countries. So I can believe what he's saying. I mean, he's not a nut. He's been studying shit like that, and he's been talking about banning the FDA. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting when they come into office, man, because Trump has got a lot of younger people that he's putting in the cabinet that are really kind of radical. And they still haven't got over their hard on with black people. I don't know what it is with white people, man, but they have a hard on for black people.
We're gonna pull up that Trump little lineup he got shaping up a little
because
later
I'm
on.
telling you, man, what's going on?
He's lining them up.
Yes, because one of the things that they're going to do, so be prepared for it, is to cut a lot of these federal jobs. You know what I'm saying? As they call it, overhauling the system.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a trip, man, because their point of view is that, hey, the government's wasting too much money. If you're marketable, you don't need the government, to have you as some bureaucrat or pencil pusher or whatever. They're like, you get out here on the economy and make it yourself.
Make it happen.
And they're down to, chop agencies and shit. So a lot of people going to be losing jobs in the next year, man, for sure.
Overhauling, is that like a metaphor? That's the actual term?
No, they want to actually overhaul. Yeah.
And that's in regards to they would be cutting
the
jobs.
Budget. They said they want to cut $2 trillion out of the budget. And them folks are serious. This is the white man's especially last hurrah. I mean, it really is. You can see things changing as you go and go. Next time a woman's going to be president, probably with the next election or two. Things are changing. The white man's power is being taken away. Trump, look how you see his age, right? All of those hard-nosed guys, that's why they bring in the new guys in, thinking that they could keep it going. But it's not going to happen, man. People
They don't want none of that pussy shit.
They don't want no riots, man. And that's what's going to happen if they cut too many jobs. Because if you ain't making it, you know what I'm saying, and you get desperate, you know what I'm saying, you're going to start rioting. But, they got plans to really, as they say, these people he's putting in all of these cabinets that you see, they all are pretty radical. So we're going to see what's going to happen. And then you notice, you don't see not one nigga. You don't see not one nigga.
Not a man.
You don't see not one.
Oh, hold up, bro. Hold up. This might deserve a...
Now we's free. We's free. Thank God Almighty.
Bruh, come on. Hey, this
the Trump administration might try to set us back.
Yeah.
But
we pulling up their lineup too.
That's when brothers got to be really, on it and be like, we ain't going back. You know what I'm saying?
Though.
We gonna deal with the situation however it comes.
That right there,
they're
though.
really trying to set people back.
They trying, bro. They been on it. Yeah. But look, that ring right there, this is Old School, New School, right?
Old School, New School.
And this is the best father-son podcast in America, right?
I'm the father. You're the son.
Come on. And we try to
usually
tap into
get the Holy Ghost. At some point in the broadcast, we usually get the Holy Ghost.
But look,
glory.
This is kind of like a milestone in this right here. We kind of got into the Freddie.
Oh my God.
R.I.P. Freddie,
right?
Oh
my God. The silver anniversary.
This
50.
Is episode
50, man.
15.
50.
50?
Yeah, 15 is 15.
Oh,
man, we're gonna have our tests, man.
Come on. That's
tres,
how we
cuatro,
learning.
5, 6, man.
So what are we?
15, 50.
15, I knew that too.
50.
50.
Sing. Like you're singing? Sing. 50, man.
Okay, old school.
That's how you gotta break it down to Americans. You gotta give them some word that sounds like it. You know what I'm saying? And then you can pronounce it. 50.
This is
okay?
This is episode 50. Come on,
That's
man.
close enough.
I had to get a little lesson right there, man. But this is a milestone, bro. 50 of them.
Spanish. Didn't you used to take Spanish, right?
I did.
I know damn well they used to teach everybody at least count to 100.
Yeah,
but
because I'm thinking about 60. What is 60? 60. All right, hit me with it real quick, bro. Honestly, come on with the 10 to 100.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 y 100. Okay?
100. Okay. I like it.
My friend.
That's a lesson right there. That's a lesson.
My friend. That wasn't no lesson. Mm-hmm. Repeat them back then if it was a lesson.
I go 10. 20, 13, 14.
You talking about 13 and 14 now.
No, 20, 30. Mm-hmm. There we go. 40.
We got past that episode, so you should know that.
40. 50. 60. 70. 80. 90. 100. Mm-hmm. Aha! Mm-hmm. They would have understood me.
Very good.
I'll take it. What I get on that? What you give me a grade for that?
85.
Oh! That might be my highest grade yet. That might be my highest grade yet.
First thing you got to do, you got to learn how to count money.
Come on, get that going. That going. But hey, a little time has passed this week. I mean, sat down, did our little pod.
Yeah.
Did you happen to catch the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight?
Man, back when I was coming up, that would have been what is known as a
You did watch
fight.
it?
Yeah, that would have been what was known as a throne fight. You know what I'm saying? Because there was something you didn't do to go all out in your performance. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm hearing like conspiracy shit or whatever about there being clauses in there that he couldn't throw uppercuts and all. And when I looked at the fight, I was kind of like, oh, okay. Then one time looked like he was getting ready to throw one, and he
started
had
dancing or something.
Yeah, because the ones not necessarily uppercuts, but the haymakers that he threw, which was like left hooks and shit like that. He kind of moved the whole guy's body and shit, right? Mm-hmm. And then it was kind of like he was.
You talking about Mike?
Yeah, Mike rocked him a couple of times, but he wasn't just like he used to be, where once I throw one, I'm coming, like, you know, like that.
He was looking, however, so, 58 is what they said?
50, I think he said 58, yeah. I'm sure he said 58, but I thought he was actually a little bit older than that, but yeah,
he should hang 58. It up.
Or yeah, definitely hang it up. Unless now you want to have more fights like this and you making money. I mean, otherwise keep doing it. But you know, if you do that again, of course, people are going to start like, I ain't going to go see no more of his fights and shit. Which I think they've already saying that, because whoever he fights is going to be like, okay.
What if it's an older guy? What if it's like kind of like an older?
Well, again, it's just going to be for one of them entertainment type things and shit. It's not going to be like people taking it. No.
No, oh wait, does the...
He can't bite him no more. He got teeth. You see, they be so old, they be fighting. He be gnawing on his ear.
He kept doing something, though. Like,
he was biting his gloves or something like that, yeah.
I don't know
what the fuck that was about.
But does the Paul brother get any respect from the fight?
Paul?
Yeah.
No, man. Because it was like, not that he could have poured it on necessarily to me and beat the shit out of Tyson. Maybe in the 5th round or 4th round, maybe, or whatever. What, they fight 6 rounds, right? Was it?
I think it was 6, if I'm not mistaken.
Anyway, you could see they showed a couple of times when Tyson, he was kind of breathing a little heavy, and rightfully so.
I think he could have did him dirty and kind of was like respect him a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
Because his leg wasn't working. I think his left leg. One of them had a brace on it or something.
Yeah. And it seemed like he couldn't follow up. He couldn't, you really use
hang it up, Mike,
as a good backdrop to throw some power. But more than that, not that he should necessarily hang it up from real boxing. But it was just disappointing for people.
What do you call that?
Mike Tyson.
That's not real boxing, obviously. That was just kind of like silly.
I mean, he was held back. You know what I'm saying? If they got it, which I'm sure they probably did, because Mike Tyson has got even a mentality that he probably would have did a punch up in the 1st round and said, fuck it, if I ain't going to go all the way, if I know I ain't got to win or whatever, I'm going to take him out like he always did, usually the 1st or 2nd round. And so, that was a fight that was like what you call orchestrated and shit. That would have been, like I said, back in the day, a fight that people would have said was thrown.
You think Mike has it in him
to do a throw fight?
To knock the Paul brother out.
Oh yeah,
do him dirty.
He caught his body just a couple of times on his shoulders and shit like that, and you could see he rocked him. And one time after he started taunting him. When he caught him with a shot, you'll see this on the replays. He caught him with a shot. He started taunting him as if to say, yeah, you can't do nothing to me. That was his signal to tell Mike, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? This is a fucking play thing. This is play shit. Don't, get carried away. Mm-hmm. But, because Mike Tyson, really, by all of the years of his training, he's a fucking machine, really. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that he couldn't have been hurt by shots, but he certainly could hurt my man with some shots. So when I looked at it, I was like, you know what? He didn't throw too many. I looked at it again, some of it. I was like, he didn't throw too many uppercuts, if any. I
think I saw one uppercut slide in there.
Already. But nobody talked about the brace and on the leg and stuff like that. So what was up with that?
No, my boy's leg almost wasn't working. Because
that's like you're coming in handicapped, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I feel like the Paul brother was taking it a little easy.
And I'm still trying to wonder what stopped him from having the first fight. They said he had on the plane he had got, what was they said he had?
There was a
not gas or
earlier
something
fight
like that, or what do they call that shit? Also, they said he had some ulcer complications and shit.
Busty ulcer.
I don't know, man. I think they did him like Mike Jackson and shit. forced him into that shit when he wasn't even ready. But they like, you gonna go out here and do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a
It
fuck
looked like
what.
that.
At first when he said, what the fuck am I doing fighting this young motherfucker right here? And then they said, yo, you ain't calling it off. Because he had said, hey, when he was in the plane, he said, shit, nah, I don't need to do this shit. They said, hell, you don't. All this money we got
get on out there,
in
Mike.
this shit. And then I think he probably, I don't know, Mike Tyson, like he said, they asked him the other day on some show about how he went through a lot of money. And he was like, shit, I don't really care about that. So I think his habits never would have stopped. And after he got out, he still was kind of spending and he owed some money. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers say, yeah, Mike, I'll front you some shit. You good for making money, whether it's on the internet or this or that. You good for making money.
Interest, big
and
guy.
I think that he, you know, at some point somebody said, yo, it's time to collect. You know what I'm saying? You owe. And he's shit. Had to do that fight. He had to do that, man.
Some pigeon coop from Saudi Arabia is like, Mike, come on.
I hope, you know, that was his money because he was saying his wife, you know, made him some money. He gave that to her to make some more money, blah, blah. I hope all of it's true for his sake, man, because I hate to see people do so good, contribute so much to a sport, make so many motherfuckers rich, networks and all of that, and then when they end their days and shit, they like some babbling idiot in a fucking nursing home.
You think, I don't know, I think Mike is a little wise on some things. I don't think he's going out sad like that.
Well, the thing is, like
Or I
everybody,
should
hopefully
say-
he got good people around him.
Do you think he was doing that of course he wanted to make money. You think he needed money?
That's what I was saying. I think that I always look at things from my point of view and then try to see how it applies.
Yeah. If you
got a bunch of money, you know, it would be like we just saw Hakeem Olajuwon, for instance, right? It'd be like him trying to make a comeback. What are you coming back for? You know what I'm saying? If you're straight, you know what I'm saying? The only reason I would come back, especially knowing that I can't perform the way I used to, the only way I'm coming back is I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, really, I tarnish my shit. Mm-hmm. Because as I'm telling people, there could be people who heard about him, who never saw him. His last fight was in 2005 or something, right? So is an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, never saw him before. Now they see him doing, you know, showing himself like this. I wouldn't want that.
But from like an 18-year-old or something, if they hadn't known about Mike Tyson, which would be a little crazy, they probably heard of him. They are going to start looking maybe at YouTube. You know what I mean? That's the kind of thing I'm thinking how he's
and that's great.
Look at his podcast.
But then I would still ask if I was even a person, damn, why did he come back? You know, he left the sport, even though he had some kind of not so great fights down the line in his career. But still, mainly most people knew him as knockout motherfucking Mike. When you come into the ring, I'm coming for you. And most people was so scared of him that they really didn't have no offense. They were fighting defense from fucking round one. You know what I'm saying? And he was knocking motherfuckers out in the first and second round. So it's a serious contrast to the old Mike. You know what I'm saying?
40-something knockouts is crazy.
If I was him, I would be like resting on that and be like, I don't need the money. Why am I going out here?
Yeah. Then a part of my mind, I also think like, like the amount of money that made him even like, oh, I want to fucking box.
Well,
actually,
you know, the guy they said Jake Paul got 40 and he got 20. I would have had to ask about that, first of all. So unless I had to go out on principle, I'd have been like, nah, how the fuck this motherfucker getting more than me? If he getting more twice as much, I'm not motherfucking going under them terms. The only way I'm going under them terms is if I got to. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm like, if anything else, I should get 60. Fuck that, or I get the 40 and he get the 20. How you let a 27-year-old motherfucker? I got a legacy. Did you see how when they announced him? When they announced him and shit, when they first announced the fight, all those accolades he had and all this shit. He's the one. He's the draw.
Look,
now fuck that guy. Get 40 million.
All of those negotiated contracts are put toward influence and followers and things like that, where the Paul brother would have the higher side on that. Not outside of like cultural influence, but as far as like building revenue via, you know what I mean, social media platforms and stuff like that.
Mike Tyson, I would beg to differ and say that he's on more motherfucking platforms than Jake Paul. If you look at it, Mike Tyson's all over the fucking internet.
Yeah,
really, Mike Tyson is all over the fucking internet.
They different,
and so my thing is based on what I brought to the sport. In other words, And it was good that he was talking to the young girl and talking about, not really caring about his legacy and all this kind of stuff. But the bottom line is he got no choice. He did what he's supposed to do to have a legacy. Every time you talk about boxing and who motherfucking used to knock motherfuckers' heads off, his name got to come up, at least for the next 50 years. Right. You know what I'm saying? So he was the draw. I don't care, man. They supposed to have given him the respect where he was supposed to make all the fucking money.
Facts.
And I would have said, like I said, if I didn't need the money, I said, no, why would I even, I'm not going out like that. I was the champ. I'm the one that did all of the shit, put in the work, did all of this shit for the sport. Why would I take 20 and he get 40?
I feel that.
Man, fuck that shit.
I absolutely feel that.
Yeah. So I would say under that, I think he needed it, man. But thank God he was able to go out and earn it. Or whatever you call that,
I call it an earn. Nah, I wouldn't. Because that was kind of trash. But, can I switch the topic and just ask you?
But let me just say this about the Mike Tyson fight, and I'll say this. It was just anticlimactic, as they say.
Yeah. I didn't really think too much about it, and then it was worse than that, which is really crazy to me. That's
it was like the fight when you watch it and you say, oh, maybe the next round. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Ding, ding, ding. They call, oh, maybe the next round. You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, oh, nothing ever happened and shit, man. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Indeed. Oh, but, you know what I mean? Old school, new school. New school mind gets to wander. Can I ask you just off the wall?
Absolutely. Lay it on me, bro.
Off the wall.
Lay it on me.
Bro. So think of like our planet, right?
Our what? Planet?
Our planet.
Okay.
Say, for example, where the ocean is, that's kind of where the land becomes.
The land becomes what?
The land, like the ocean becomes the land.
Okay.
And it's all the continents, and the land becomes the ocean. Would that increase your amount of traveling?
No.
It wouldn't?
It would probably stay the same.
Okay. I mean, why do you say that?
When you're looking at whatever ocean, say Pacific or the Atlantic, right? Just those, just in general, they become land, right? But now America, where we are, is water, right? Mm-hmm. So we got to now go on the land, right? But then once we get over to Europe, that's water. All of that would be water. So how the hell are we going to ever get onto the continent? Because it's water now. So even if you could walk over from taking years walking what is the Pacific Ocean that is solidified now, right? Once you get to the continents that were solid, they're liquid now.
But would it be more continent mass than ocean mass, right? It would be more...
I don't know, because to be honest, they say that the world is made up of more water than land.
That's how I'm feeling. And it would all be connected where you could, in fact, just maybe drive over there. How long?
But once you get to the like I said, you go over the Atlantic Ocean, then you run into land, right? Obviously, continent of Europe over there. If that way,
you'll be able to drive.
Could go to Africa.
You
would be able to drive. But once you get to that point, it'd be like driving into the Pacific from here or driving into the Atlantic from here. You can't drive no fucking car in the ocean.
But you would be able to drive around on the land that would be established and have buildings and stuff like that.
Everything right now that is solid would be liquid, right?
The land aspect, which I'm thinking in my idea of the question was that would be more land. Like you said, it's mostly made up of water, but it would be more land. So I would feel like spots, connect and be like, imagine infrastructure where there is like the wide, vast open ocean. I feel like it would be a bigger, more
shrooms.
No, just a random thought.
Shrooms?
No,
I don't know.
Been in my past.
I don't know. I'm saying it the wrong way. You know what I'm talking about? I'm a little dense, but anyway, that would be nice if you could do that and maybe just solidify the ocean. Mm-hmm. And then we would be able on land to cross over. Say if it's the Pacific, we'll end up in Asia before.
Do you think something like that would happen?
Absolutely. I don't know. One thing.
I feel like this, like, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest about this, man. I feel like based on what I've seen in my life, that man can damn near make anything happen.
They can do it, man.
And we
the
are
fucking
so
internet. Are you kidding me?
The way it works, like it's like when a storm comes, man. They've got me thinking, according to even some of the things that's been coming out, that man can make it rain and shit like that. Mm-hmm. You know, when there's tornadoes, somebody says, hey, you know, man can do this and do. So I'm like, man, I don't know. I see some things that really manifest themselves, and I would say, with going along with saying that man has created a lot of shit, white men. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm sure Africans have done shit, Asians have done shit.
We came in here.
But what I've been exposed to, white men have been creating some shit. That's why when you see them doing crazy shit, I be like, yeah, that's why they invent shit, because they will go the extra mile to do something to prove shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the first motherfucker to climb Kilimanjaro. Just all kind of shit like that. And when they get up to Kilimanjaro, hey, we found out there's got some wild fucking mushrooms going up at the top, or just all crazy shit. They gonna find out and do it because they do more adventurous type shit. Yep. Like you ain't gonna see a nigga in the International Space Station. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You got white people already up at the fucking net, Russians and all that shit. Up at the International Space Station. So they doing all kinds of shit. Building fucking rockets, going up to space. The fuck, niggas ain't doing that. It's like, shit,
It's some niggas in there, though,
white
man.
people, man.
It's definitely some niggas in there, for sure.
Imagine they taking niggas to the space station and shit.
Oh, shit, bruh. You talking about like some Atlanta Jets. That's what I always think with it, you know what I mean?
That would be funny though.
Well, what the fuck going on in here, fam?
How black people would act in space.
No.
But no,
that's the
black
thing.
people are no different than white people. So really, black people wouldn't act any different in space.
Nah, you capping, bro. Because there's with black people, it's more different kind of black people.
I wonder if you can smoke blunts in space and shit.
I don't know. They probably got like a vacuum seal situation. Could work out. You know, Elon already checked that shit out. Probably got some shit growing up there, honestly. But look,
you realize like he's what they call a genius, you know, based on his intelligence quota or quotient, IQ, right? Mm-hmm. And so this is why they've tapped this guy to head that what they call in DOGE, right? The Department of Government Efficiency. That's it, right? Mm-hmm. After the Dogecoin. DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, right? So they feel like this guy with the Tesla shit, right? Today, his company, SpaceX, just did some shit with shit going up in space, right? Electric cars, automatic cars. They think this guy's a genius, that he's gonna be able to come in, which he will on paper, but he can't do it on politics. They think this guy's gonna come in, look at that government budget, and really just clean the house and make everything right. Mm-hmm. This is what they're counting on. Him and that other guy, Vivek Ramaswamy or something like that, the Indian guy. Between those two guys, bro,
I'm about to do my research.
It is going to be very interesting to watch, because this is the thing. This cabinet, you see them already got all these cabinet members, right? Mm-hmm. They scheming now so that when, first thing in January hits, bro, they got all of this shit.
And I'm talking about
they ready to do some drastic stuff. And when you look at the faces of these criminals, these guys, bro, these are some radical people, man. Very, very radical. And these are the type of people that they come in, they know what they want, and they gonna start seeing it on the people, that punishment that they putting on the people, and that's what they gonna just relish in. They love that, man. I'm telling you, he's got
their rocks off.
Extreme people, man.
Hey, the International Space Station is very interesting, I will say. And that Trump cabinet, we're gonna pull up here, but
you gotta tell me some more about that International Space Station. That's why I was mentioning that to you. I want to know what it's all about, because I think that it's a space station. When they say international, that different countries contribute and they do kind of collaborative type things.
They be on that type shit, bro.
Yeah, is that what it is? I want you to do the research, man, and come in. This is your homework.
Hey, this old school, new school, man. It's OG Lee UND. We're going to take us a little break.
Little woo-saw.
Little woo-saw.
Hey, share, man. Like, what else they say? Subscribe.
Comment.
Subscribe.
Like, comment. Subscribe. And we're going to be right back.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, old school, new school.
Back up on the scene.
That's how I really felt. They had to come up out of me, man. But yeah, we back off the break.
Yeah, and you're gonna know who loves Jesus.
You gonna know
after a while.
You gonna know
After a while.
after a while.
You're gonna know who loves Jesus. Yo, man, I gotta talk about
What you talking about?
Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, what we looking at right now on that beat
Yo,
sheet?
I forget exactly where it was the last time. But when I last checked, like 5 minutes ago,
Oh, okay.
have you been following it?
Not
Do
daily.
you remember kind of where it was the last time?
93-ish.
No, I don't think it was quite that high.
Oh.
Although it may have been. But tonight, in any case, it's a little bit higher. Coming in at $94,701.
How you gonna tell me one that high and I said 93?
We haven't been here for a week. And a week ago, I think it was in the 70s.
No,
high
you
70s.
asked me if I had monitored it.
Right.
Okay. So,
Have you?
yeah. Hence me estimating it at around 93.
The last time we were here?
No. Oh, I didn't know I was answering for the last time we were here.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I think we were in the high 70s.
Apologies. But
Anywho,
yes, 94 is
$94,701. Wow.
getting to that.
Wow.
Getting to that $100,000.
That's where they're pushing. I think it will be, what's today? Wednesday night, November 19th. Is that right?
That is right.
I think
indeed.
we will be at, I predicted $112,000 by the end of the first quarter of 2025.
Is that what you predicted?
And it's on the record. And so we are still over 3 months away, and we have climbed up rapidly to $94,701. If it keeps going at this rate, by the time that I predicted, we will be looking at about $179,000 per Bitcoin. Wow. It's
Wowzers.
It's amazing. How many Bitcoin you got?
0.
Not a one. Me, not a one.
We got to get a little portion, right? We can get that through the...
Now, let me just tell people this, by the way. Bitcoin, its trajectory is up at least for the next 3 or 4 months. So what you could do if you do your research is look at a very significant altcoin or alternate coin. And as Bitcoin goes, does the crypto market. As Bitcoin goes, so does the crypto market. So you can get some altcoins that will go up 10 times while Bitcoin may just keep that upward trajectory going by 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever. You can get some altcoins that will do much better than Bitcoin as that rising tide lifts all boats. Mm-hmm. Amen.
Give us some of them altcoins. Or you got some off that?
I'm going to say that the coin for 2025 that really shows its ass is going to be Cardano, better known as ADA.
Mm-hmm. I got me a little
Cardano.
I got me a little card. I do have me a little Cardano. So yeah, okay, I like that. OG Lee been on the record.
Bitcoin has been on a tear, and that's what, Mm-hmm. But as I said the last time,
up and stuck.
The way that you can get on board for a little bit less.
Get them Aldis.
Get those crypto stocks, the crypto mining stocks. One in particular is going to be Michael Saylor and a company called...
These are on the NYC?
These are on the New York Stock Exchange, although... Michael Saylor's company, and I even have a few shares. I got to think of the name of it. It's a very prevalent company and one of the main companies that buys Bitcoin as an investment. And as the Bitcoin grows, they buy more and sell more from the previous Bitcoin's proceeds.
His name is Michael Saylor?
I don't know how they do. Michael Saylor. MicroStrategy. And the ticker is MSTR. MicroStrategy. That's the one.
Mr. almost.
And it goes in lockstep with Bitcoin because it owns Bitcoin. And so as goes Bitcoin up or down goes MicroStrategies. That is one to watch. And I guarantee you, if you invest today, you can't lose. MicroStrategies. And another one is Core Scientific, and I'm only going to give these 2 gems because people pay me for this information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
CORZ is the ticker symbol, and let's follow it from here.
Get at that.
November 20th.
Schoolie gang.
November 20th,
Come on.
2024. And it is currently at about 16. Are you looking at it? I think it's about 1650 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say that by the first quarter of 2025, in addition to the Bitcoin being 112, even though at the rate it's going now, I think it may be more, but I'm going to say that MicroStrategies will be at, let me just stay with Core Scientific. I'm going to look at, modestly, Core Scientific being $27. So almost double where it is now.
Almost double that.
And that is giving yourself a good run for your money. If you can double your money in less than 90 days or about 90 days.
Factor.
Yes. And MicroStrategies,
They were hating on my login.
is going to be up as well, but it just split maybe 3 months ago. And this is the thing that I want people to listen to. When MicroStrategies split, it was about $2,000 and something per share, and it split 10 for 1. So now, if you get in on MicroStrategies, you're really kind of getting in on the bottom of a ride up.
What's the Core Scientific ticker? Is it COR?
CORZ. CORZ. You got a price for us?
I don't. I went to the Binance feature. Let's see what.
Okay. Let's
I'll go E-Trade.
Let's just get to where we get an exact price, right? So we can be exact for.
It's a race to it. It's a race to
the
17.26
for the projection.
17.26.
17.26. Hey, as a matter of fact, see, it's went up higher than I thought. I thought it was at 16.50 when I last looked, just earlier today. So it closed at $17.26. All right. So in that case, I'm going to raise my target. I'm going to raise my target to $30 on Core Scientific.
What was the previous?
I think previously I said 27. 26 or 27.
It's on the record.
But we will, I'm going to just say $30 on Core Scientific by the end of the first quarter, okay? I am not any kind of financial advisor, and this is not financial advice.
Big fact.
Amen.
But, hey, in the meantime, before our little crypto debate, more of a OG Elite gem. That's just gonna be a segment going forward on that Bitcoin check-in.
I think it's one of those things where you say, if you always do what you always done, you always get what you always got. It's time to do something different, baby.
But we talk about the International Space Station, and I did just a little Google or two, and it's saying the International Space Station is a large space station that was assembled and is maintained in low Earth orbit by a collaboration of the 5. You know what I mean? It's 5 different agencies. NASA, which is the United States.
Yes, sir, NASA. No, sir, NASA.
Roscosmos, which is... Come on, we out here.
What is that?
Collaborating with folks. Roscosmos.
Is that a country?
That's what theirs is called. Like we're NASA, they're Roscosmos.
Oh, I got you. But what country is named
This is Russia.
Okay.
And really, just so we inform the schoolies, this is obviously what our country is doing, but National Aeronautics and Space Administration. You know
NASA.
For the NASA.
Yes, sir, NASA.
But the Roscosmos, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, that's the Russia get down. The ESA.
Who is that?
That's how the Europeans get down.
Oh, okay. European Space Agency.
The JAXA.
That's got to be the Japs.
You know, the Japanese are off in there.
Got to be the Japs. You know the Japs going to get in there.
And the CSA.
Canadian?
Canada's getting down in there too.
Okay.
So a 5-star triangle up there in space.
Wait a minute. As my drill sergeant used to say, you mean to tell me You mean to tell me that you got 5 continents basically collaborating on
Up
a space
in
station,
fucking space.
but
Ain't
they
no
having a
bullshit.
war on Earth? Come on, man. Something ain't right. How in the hell can America and Russia be collaborating on something in space, but you got Russia and Ukraine, where Ukraine is controlled by America, having a war on Earth? Come on, man. Something ain't right.
So, what's up?
Something tain't right, as the
plot.
country boy would say. Something tain't right.
And like I said, or not like I said, how long you think this bad boy's been going though? It's recent for you or not?
The
for
International Space Station?
you? Yeah. How long it's been up there?
Man, I just heard that they started bringing in hoes this year. Huh? They got hoes going up there in spacesuits.
They're established up there
25,
now.
they've been up there 25 years, right? They started bringing hoes up this year. Got them in spacesuits.
25 años.
Hey, 25. Hey, you learn quick.
Sí.
Hey, what episode are we on? 50.
Cincuenta.
That's when you do that silver
Cincuenta.
anniversary. Silver.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yes, bailar, man, bailar.
Hey, man, but I did do a little, because this ISS, it was kind of intriguing to me,
I
right?
know, man, I know, yeah.
Like, okay, it's been up there 25 years,
So that would be 1999.
1998. Or they said the exact date
1998?
was, whoa, ironically, today, November 20th, 1998.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
November the 20th.
1998?
So that's strange that we're having this conversation
That's
to the day.
26 years. That's 26.
Oh, yeah,
on
it just changed. Like, dang, I look.
Oh, my God.
To the goddamn
Oh, my
day.
God. On the 26th year, they start bringing hoes up to space. Okay.
How much you think they cost?
Oh, my God.
How much you think it costs to make this bad boy?
Oh, man. We're talking maybe 20 billion or something.
They said, my Googles, you mean? I don't know exactly. 150 bill.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
150
short.
bill.
I was short with the 20.
And let me see if your mind can fathom this one.
But wait, I got to ask this. Hold that.
Taxpayer dollars?
150 billion.
Sheesh.
Now we have to
Sheesh.
you gotta ask yourself, what, and the average person doesn't know, I'm sure someone that's scientific could tell you, but what are you gonna gain from going to space with taxpayers' money
Taxis.
when there's so much that needs to be done here on Earth? How do you justify that?
Let me know something. Y'all know
How do you justify that?
Earth is going to be going down before we know. Have you seen the 100?
Do you know how many Mexicans we could bring in here to rebuild this country with that kind of money?
Oh, shit.
We could have
We could
our
build another
country
Earth. We could build another
jumping
Earth.
like Qatar and Saudi and all of these places and Japan even with the bullet trains and all. We could have these people over here building so much shit for us because we're not going to build it ourselves, right? We're too lazy to do that.
Shit,
so we'd
man,
have
that
to
is
have
crazy.
some other people. But we could, man, look, 150 billion? That's a serious question, though. What do we benefit from space?
150.
That much that you want to spend that kind of
I
money?
want to know. I think
In the name of Jesus, that's got to be a sin. It's got to be because we got too much strife on earth. And the thing about it is, that was not just a one-time ticket. They got a budget for that shit to continue.
25 years.
So it's like, man, what
Still
is?
going.
I don't get that, man. And I never will. I know there's probably will never be a satisfactory answer.
The
I
government's
don't
probably
get
got,
that,
what,
man.
30-year plans, 50-year plans?
At least, man. And I do not get that, man. It never would. And I hope now with these new people coming in, the younger people, and kind of like they start changing shit to ask those questions like, why are you going to space? I understand you want to, research different things or whatever, but I would say you would cut back on that shit when times are lean to help the people on fucking Earth.
Help us out,
You know?
bro. The whole easy plan. The planet could get right with 150 billion.
Shit, yeah. But it would be inflation. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got all that money at one time.
Yeah.
And folks be out, oh man, they got their check. You know, they be like, they got their check.
They riding jet skis
Before
over
you
here.
know it, shit going up 10, 15 times. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like, damn, a bag of potato chips is $12,000. What kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? Because we got to have our motherfucking potato chips.
some pork rinds. But you didn't even let me give you the unfathomable question.
What is it, bruh? pork
that
rinds.
that ISS, right? that ISS, right?
That is some nasty shit.
The
But I
horsepower.
be liking them man, with some beer.
Nice crunch, right?
I stopped doing it though.
The ISS, right? What's the horsepower on it? How fast you think that bad boy's going?
The space station?
Yeah.
Oh, to be honest,
Get crazy.
I
Like,
didn't know that it was hovering. I thought the motherfucker was stationary somewhere.
it's just in orbit, low Earth, whatever the fuck that means. Exactly.
Yeah, see, that's they throw us off with those words or SAT terms and shit.
Low Earth.
What is that? Low Earth.
Right.
Hey, that's your.
I gotta
homework.
do
That's
some
your
more.
homework. That's your homework.
I'm on it.
Low Earth. Take it, but throw something out there what you think it might mean.
Kind of
Low
like,
Earth.
cause I'm thinking, you know how they
Like
do
low budget.
potentially, but you know how they do in like real estate. Like, you know, you have that skyline kind of like real estate, where it gets vertical, kind of like at like, you mean there's land and then it gets
Right,
like
you got
to this
yeah.
point.
So in case you wanted to build up,
Right. So I'm thinking they on that shit, bro. Future, right? Like that kind of all the way up. Like
what?
real estate is vertical real estate.
From which? But like if you're talking about going to space, like where is it starting?
Right. From
Earth and going
I'm
up?
thinking
And a physical going up like that?
could be crazy. When
And
you
that, no,
earn,
that's
like,
not could be crazy. A physical thing. You
boom,
see,
but I'm saying not
listen,
like
don't
there's
you-
a whole tower going up. I'm saying not like that.
Okay, so where does it start now? Because remember, like you see them anyway, take off from Earth and this shit. And the reason people want to look, remember, I forget what year it was, but one went up and boom, it just exploded.
All the time, really, not one
Exploded.
year.
So people like watching shit like that. Because by now you're like, let me look to see if they're going to have a safe takeoff or is it going to explode? And then, of course, everybody, the collective sigh and shit. You know?
Oh,
Yeah, and then they be like, wow, do you realize it was just $8 billion that went up in smoke? It's like, told you to stop doing that
$8
shit.
billion. No, but bro, did you even answer my question of how fast do you think this bad boy is going?
Like I said, I thought it was stationary.
Mm.
So if you
give
say
an
it's in
estimate.
orbit?
Yeah, in orbit.
I mean, it's just
up in space, up
gone.
in low. You threw me off with the low, or not threw me off.
Low-
You asked
low
me about
Earth,
the low,
low
Earth.
budget, yeah.
I'm thinking it's like, you know what I mean, not quite up into the atmosphere like planets, but it's like right outside of Earth, like, you know what I mean, right around the edge of Earth.
So, but again, like if you're still talking on the build-up theory?
As far as I'm talking about where I think the ISS is, but the build-up theory was just a random thought into a vertical kind of real estate, which I'm saying wrong.
Vertical real
Skyline.
estate stops at like wherever they say the on
planet.
Earth anyway that they say that now this is the highest building. At one point it was in Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't know what the World Trade Center shit or whatever they call it. I don't know how tall they made that, but that's about as high as your vertical goes in this country like that. You know what I'm saying?
Up. As far as where the tallest building is.
Yeah, I mean, it's because you got to anchor it on something, right? If you're building up. But I can understand you have a different concept on that than I do. That's what happens, you know. When you start talking this futuristic shit. That's why you got the old school, the new school. You know what I'm saying? You get a different perspective.
And they bring in that kind of nonsense, man. But
Butter.
I had a question that you just threw to me.
I got a question for you. You don't know nothing.
Oh, who is it?
Do you mind if I stroke you?
Hey, baby, and then you
Mind if I stroke you down? You know that. Come on. That's enough.
baby.
I'm going to save that for the shower, baby.
But hey, this is old school, new school, of course. But bruh,
7 foot.
greatest black woman on earth,
Oh, my God.
or ever live, I should say.
Well,
Who you say?
man,
You gave me this verdict. What you thinking?
I'm torn between two, man.
Oh, that's fire. Top two. Come on.
Torn between two.
Between two, who you got?
This is hard, man. I'm torn between Aunt Jemima
Okay.
and Harriet Tubman.
Put me on Angel Mama. What did she do exactly?
Pancakes, man.
Just some pancakes in
Don't you
general.
know niggas would have
God
starved?
damn.
Niggas
God.
didn't want to eat no pig guts all the
Oh,
time and shit and collard greens and all the time.
She came through with
up with the pancake. Niggas was eating that like, what? And then he found out
Soft
about
and
syrup.
sweet.
Oh, the nigga found out about syrup.
Turned
So
up.
Aunt Jemima, but I gotta put Aunt Jemima second. She really cannot top Harriet Tubman. Not somebody who, she didn't just go and show the slaves where the freedom was. Through the tunnels and all that shit, right? She went back, risking life, going back, going.
Got them
What
up out of
better
there.
person, man, than Harriet Tubman? Saved people literally, and just kept going back, getting more, getting more, getting more. That is something you should never forget. And remember, this was a woman who I understand toted a mean shotgun. You know what I'm saying?
Ready to let that bit
So
blick off.
she was down. You know what I'm
But-
saying? She was down.
What happened to Harriet Tubman being on the $20 bill? Do you remember that thing?
I think what they said was, we considered it, but we still believe that now nigga belong on no American money. That's what they said.
Not a nan.
That's what they said.
Shut it
Not
down
now
like that.
nigga belongs on any American money.
It would have definitely been a hard ER.
And we
for
never
sure.
will. You know why? They getting ready to go full digital on your ass. So I don't know how you gonna put a nigga on a digital anything now. So that was like our last, like for the white man I was telling you, that was our last hope that something, a nigga could get on money when they said Harriet Tubman. We said we know they gotta do her.
They gotta do
They
it.
said we
Harriet.
talked about it, we discussed it, but we ain't putting now nigga on no American currency.
Not a nan.
Not around here.
Speaking of,
We free. We free. Thank God Almighty, we free. And let the church say,
hallelujah. Amen.
hey, you know what though?
Huh.
Before you get to that, maybe I'm oh my goodness. I'm looking at the back of the card, right? And do you know what I see? The Little Mermaid. And I was just getting ready to talk about babies' mamas. And I wonder if that's any correlation. Because I'm gonna save baby mamas, but I really got something to say to baby mamas. Because now that's getting too normal, and that's what they want to be, baby mamas.
Craziness. But hey, this Mind Crusher, OG Leart gave me a little spoiler alert.
Crusher.
That bell just right there also indicated a good old Mind Crusher.
The bell from hell.
With the Mind Crusher today,
Man, let me get a little toast.
the Little
Empty
Mermaid.
or not.
The Little
Rest
Mermaid.
in peace, Freddie. Rest in peace. Rest in
R.I.P.
peace, rest in peace,
Fredito.
man.
Oh, this is short and sweet. Hey. What the fuck does the Little Mermaid smell like?
Boy, this will get you in trouble. What does the Little Mermaid smell like?
Smell like puss.
She smell like fish.
She's a real fishy.
Yeah, if you go in for that kind of thing, like they say, once you get past the smell, you got it licked.
You've got it.
But with her
licked.
being a fish anyway, you
Not
be like,
so much.
okay, this is expected. This is kind of what I was expecting.
Tolerable.
I like sushi.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But what they
sushi.
were saying about the Little Mermaid, man?
There was a black Little Mermaid. There was
Oh
an
my
uproar.
God. Let me tell you something right now. I'm gonna save you an ass whooping. If she's a black anything, don't tell her that she don't smell good. You don't tell a black woman that she stinks. Don't fucking ever say that. And especially her privates. You want your ass kicked so quick? Shit. Certain women, they pride themselves on keeping themselves clean. So motherfuckers don't say shit like that. And boy, they are highly offended.
That might be universal.
Don't be telling the little black mermaid no shit like that. She'll drown your ass.
Big drown. Oh, you like that one? Yeah. Whip
No, I'm
out the
serious.
cry towel.
That's how offended they will be, bro. But anywho,
Anywho.
what else you got, man? or as they say, what happened?
I had.
What happened? What y'all deal with?
I couldn't leave the Schoolie gang without giving. We dropped a little knowledge in this thing, man.
Man, I'm telling the Schoolie gangs right now. I'm serious. Jump on the cryptos, man. What's your you said your thing was Binance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you go to Binance.com and you open an account just like you would any bank account. But what's the trip about that if you've never done that? Is online, you do the registration, right? So they have you actually do a picture of yourself, like with your license, your driver license. And if you ain't got no driver license, they probably take whatever else you got, whatever. But usually your driver license, you do front and back, you submit all of this shit, you're doing it online. And then they check you out maybe like a day or so, and then you get your account. Coinbase is another one.
Bada bang, for sure. Link in
Do
that
it,
bank
man.
account.
I'm telling you, because like I said before, man, you got these people coming in here. They're crypto friendly. They're business friendly. The economy's going to do a little something. So, man, take, something and open you a little account, man, just to take advantage of it, man. Because the stock market and the crypto market is going to do pretty good over the next 4 years in general. You know what I'm saying? And since they like that shit, go with what they are doing. Tell people that all the time, man. Look at what the majority of the people in power are doing and do that shit.
Got to.
Really, man. Do it.
Got to. And what I'm thinking, I'm going to tie that in with a nice little, I couldn't leave our schoolies because they cool with me. They came and school me. If you with me this long, I got to give you.
If they cool with you?
Come school with me, man.
If they cool with you?
If you cool with me, come school with me, man.
Man, like, share, and all that type of stuff.
Do that, but hey, I can't lead them folks without that good old word of the day.
Word of the day.
And I'm sitting here listening to OG
Word
Lee.
of the day.
We got a little breakdown on that crypto
of the day.
And I'm telling myself, oh man, if I couldn't or wouldn't get on this crypto, man, that would be the word of the day. Deplorable, man. God. Deplorable. The word of the day. Deplorable.
Deplorable.
And most simply defined, deserving strong condemnation. So a good old, disgusting, get that the fuck out of here in layman's terms, bro.
That is absolutely deplorable.
Absolutely deplorable.
You know what's deplorable?
What's that?
Is when people take advantage of people by using words, since we're on the word of the day.
Yeah.
And I saw an ad today. This is it. And what the ad was saying to draw you in was that there was this CEO who was making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then they had a fall. But the picture that they showed was this black lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they know to draw people in, if they talk anything about 3 billion CEO and all of this, and there's a black lady, they know that their audience, who's white people, are going to draw right to that and say, who is this nigga making 3 billion a year? But then once you clicked on it, it was Sam Bankman-Fried, who is this guy who was a fallen crypto exchange guy. He had an exchange that he got blown to smithereens, that he's in prison now. Right? From that, yeah. He's a lot of years, as a matter of fact. Of course, he caught federal charges. But my point is that to draw you in, people will use words to trick you. You understand? You see that picture? This has nothing to do with him, but they knew that if they talk about a black person to a white audience making this kind of money, being a CEO, they want to know, who the fuck's this? Because I had never heard of it. See what I'm saying? And then when you click on, it's something else. So you got to be careful with words.
Interesting. So who files that kind of lawsuit exactly?
We don't need a lawsuit. It's just the idea that that's the way things are marketed. And
what is he arrested for? You know, like his case?
Mainly fraud. Yeah. And another thing, man, is like that when you talk about these companies, these corporations, or even a small company, in terms of how people use words, you could look at a company, right? Mm-hmm. And let's say they sold one widget last year, right?
Yeah.
Then this year comes and they sell 2 widgets, right? So on their marketing information, they could say that their sales have went up 100%. And anybody would think with clever marketing after reading it, wow, this company is doing hella good. Their shit went up 100%. But not thinking about that it went from 1 to 2. So there's all kinds of ways to think when you realize that people are marketing to you, you know, in deceptive ways for you to buy into something. So you just think about things differently a lot of times when you know what the intention is of the devil. The devil.
The devil. Hey, and the devil is busy, right?
Ever busy.
I was going to sign out the Schoolie gang a little bit. Give him a little smooth outro, but we gave him a word of the day.
Word of the day.
Boys, girls was over there thinking about what the Little Mermaid smell like. We hit him with a mind crusher.
You never did answer that, though, man. What do you think the Little Mermaid smells like?
She's smelling fishy, kind of like, I'm thinking, I mean, little sea marking. I mean, she's half of her body's always in the water.
But you know, I hear some people talking about the smell of fish when it comes to women. But I could tell you what, man, in terms of a lot of men I know, it could smell worse than that. They still gonna go after it.
I'll hold my nose.
They gonna still go after it. Like I said, once you get past the smell, they say you got it licked. Shall we end on that? My brother.
But hey, I wanted to end on this one right
Shout
here.
outs to no, I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, go ahead. Get me in trouble, get me thrown off the air.
We ended on this one, a slight little pivot, right?
Little, it's a little something.
We pushing P, keeping it P, because we're gonna bring out a little merchandise, man.
Oh my God.
This is just the good old P's. Proper preparation prevents poor progress.
Poor performance.
Poor performance. How about poor progress?
And like I said, you could say that too. You can make it up because in the military they used to add one. They added it and said piss poor. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance. So
how you feel about that though? That's the old school, new school.
Yeah, I mean that's in a way it's just
kind of the
they
same.
Give you stuff that's common sense, and it's just a thing of saying be disciplined. Yeah, of course, if you're gonna do something right, you want to plan so that you know if it comes out right. And if you plan, you know where the failures could be. You can have contingency situations and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So hey, you got to plan, man. You got to plan
on that, man.
You got to plan. Hey, let me say this since I said rest in peace to my boy Freddie.
Oh, you can't leave me hanging
here, but I gotta say this.
Say that, man.
My man, when I was talking to him, we were talking about something and we were joking around with the saying when people say once you go black,
we gotta put that link in here.
They say once you go black, you don't go back. And I didn't know this one, but Freddie said once you go reeking, you don't go seeking. Once you go reeking, you don't go seeking. Look out for a T-shirt coming to you soon. Rest in peace, Freddie.
R.I.P. Fredito.
Okay.
Episode 50. OG Lee. 50. UNDE.
50.
Hey, best father-son podcast out here doing
I don't always drink beer.
And we gonna be in your face.
But
and we
when
gonna
I
keep
do,
coming, man.
I prefer 50.
Ain't the tallest, but I'm